Your dog is not enjoying most of the ways you touch them. They are merely tolerating it. There is a profound difference. What you think is a gesture of love, the pat on the head, the tight hug, is often perceived by your dog as an intrusion. Today, we decode the secrets of the canine mind to show you what your dog actually wants when it comes to physical contact. Because they stand there and don't bite, you assume they like it. But standing still is not a sign of pleasure. It is a sign of waiting for the interaction to end. Most dogs receive a head pat the way you would receive a stranger grabbing your face. They endure it because of the bond they have with you, but they are not truly relaxed. The top of the head is the worst place to start. In canine body language, a hand coming from above is a pressure signal. It's what one dog does to another to assert position or claim space. When you reach down, your dog doesn't see a hand. They see a social signal of dominance. This is why puppies duck and rescue dogs flinch. How do you find out what they actually enjoy? Use the consent test. Pet your dog for just 3 seconds, then stop and move your hand away. Sit back and watch. If they lean into you or nudge your hand, they are asking for more. If they look away or walk off, they were done long before you stopped. Consent in the canine world is active, not passive. A dog asking for touch will reposition themselves to give you better access to their favorite spots. They might give you a gentle paw or lean their full weight against your leg. This is the only time you can be 100% sure that your touch is building the bond you desire. If your dog stays still, yawns, or licks their lips when you stop, they were merely tolerating you. These are calming signals, their way of telling themselves and you that they are trying to stay composed despite the discomfort. Most owners have never run this test, and they are often surprised by the truth it reveals. Dogs are not small humans. The places we enjoy being touched are not the same for them. Observations across hundreds of dogs show a clear preference. The chest, specifically the flat area between the front legs, is the #1 gold zone. A firm, slow, open palm stroke here is what most dogs truly crave. The side of the neck, just under the collar line, is another favorite. Use long, slow strokes with the grain of the hair. The shoulders, specifically the muscular area above the front legs, are perfect for gentle circular motions. Avoid the top of the neck or the throat, as these areas can feel too vulnerable or restrictive to some dogs. Don't pull or rub the ears themselves. Massage the base where the ear connects to the skull. A gentle circular massage here releases tension that most owners didn't even know was there. It's a powerful way to trigger a relaxation response in almost any breed, from a tiny Yorkie to a giant Great Dane. This is the hardest part to accept. The hug is a human gesture, not a canine one. When a dog puts their paws over another dog's shoulders, it's an assertion of position, often a confrontation. Every dog instinctively reads a hug as a social challenge for a split second before they realize it's just their human being strange. Family photos involving hugs are common settings for bites. It's not because the dog is vicious. It's because the dog is being held in a confrontation posture while their exits are blocked. They reach the end of their tolerance and give a final warning. Camera lenses often capture the stress signals, lowered ears, tight lips, that owners miss in real time. How you approach matters more than how you touch. Never walk directly toward a dog's face with your hand out. This is a frontal dominant approach. Instead, curve in. Approach from a slight angle, letting the dog see you coming. This is how dogs greet each other politely, respecting personal space and reducing social pressure. If the dog is small or nervous, get low. A standing human towering over a dog is a tower of pressure. Squat to the side, not the front. Turn your body at a slight angle. This simple shift in posture lowers the social pressure of your presence by a factor of 10, making the dog feel much safer in your presence. Offer your hand low and close to your own body, fingers curled, palm facing inward. This is an invitation. Let the dog close the final gap. If they come to sniff, they are interested. If they stay back, respect that information. A dog that feels they have a choice is a dog that will eventually trust you more than one who is forced. Your dog has been talking to you for years. You just haven't been reading the signals. A head turn away is a direct request to stop. Whale eye, seeing the whites of the eyes, means high stress. A lip lick, without food present, is a calming signal. Once you see these, you cannot unsee them. Start watching your dog's face today. The freeze is the most serious signal. If a dog becomes perfectly still for a split second and stops breathing, it is the final warning before an escalation. If you feel your dog freeze under your hand, stop immediately. Respecting this boundary is how you prevent bites and build a foundation of safety that your dog can rely on. Watch the feet. A dog that shifts their weight to the back legs or lifts a paw as if to step away is asking for an exit. They're telling you they are overwhelmed. When you recognize this and stop, you teach the dog that you are a listener. You become a partner who understands their needs, rather than a person who just imposes their will. The goal of the Secrets of the Canine Mind is not to have a dog that puts up with you, but a dog that actively seeks you out. This shift happens only when the dog learns they have a choice. When they know their no is respected, they become much more willing to say yes. You are building a relationship based on mutual consent. Our hands should be a source of comfort, not unpredictable pressure. By avoiding forced hugs and surprise touching, you teach your dog that your hands are safe. A dog who trusts your hands will be the one to bring their head to your lap unprompted. They will nudge your palm with their nose when they want more, because they know you will listen. Try this for 30 days. Stop patting the head. Use the 3-second rule. Focus on the chest and shoulders. Watch for stress signals and respect them. You will find that the dog you live with becomes a different dog. Not because they changed, but because you finally stopped treating them like an object and started treating them like a partner. Why do dogs tolerate things they hate? Because they are the ultimate social chameleons. They value their place in your family so much that they are willing to endure discomfort to keep the peace. But endurance creates an internal stress bucket that fills up over time. By respecting their boundaries, you empty that bucket and allow them to be their best selves. Affection is not something you give to a dog. It is a conversation you have with them. Are you listening to their side of the story? When you start paying attention to the ear twitches and the lip licks, you start hearing what they've been trying to tell you for years. True bond is built in the moments where you decide not to touch because you know they need space. This new way of touching changes the atmosphere of your home. It creates a baseline of mutual respect that bleeds into training, walks, and daily life. You are no longer just an owner. You are a listener. At the Secrets of the Canine Mind, we believe that this understanding is the bridge between a good relationship and a legendary one. After watching this, you can never go back to mindless petting. You have been initiated into the secret language of touch. Every time you reach out, you will see the consent or the tolerance. Use this power to be the human your dog has always deserved. You are now the gatekeeper of their comfort and the guardian of their trust. If this video changed how you pet your dog, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's make the world a safer, happier place for every dog. Subscribe to the Secrets of the Canine Mind as we continue to unlock the mysteries of our most loyal friends. Share your 3-second test results in the comments. We want to know what your dog chose. See you in the next discovery.